Hello, everyone. Welcome to Couch Co-op, episode number 21. I'm Riley, joined by Cal as always. How you doing?
Doing great. How are you? What's up, people?
Oh yeah, I'm doing fantastic. We have another kinda game disaster to talk about. Kinda sorta. More of a game port disaster, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really hoping we would get to this.
Hmm.
So for what we're referencing for everybody, Mortal Kombat 1 came out, I think it was the 17th. It was last week sometime.
Hmm.
And for all like I'm not a huge fan of the games, but I will admit every once in a while when one pops up, I'll watch it just for the fatalities because they look crazy and they've gotten more and more insane. But Mortal Kombat 1 released on the Switch, and the Switch port is terrible. It is bad.
Hmm. Yeah, we have. It's just like Black Ops 3 and Last Gen. Okay. Oh, first of all, Mortal Kombat 1 is only on like PS5 and the Xbox Series X, I think it's called now, and but they decided to skip over the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and put it on the Switch for whatever reason. I
It,
nothing against the Switch, but like, come on, that's
yeah, it's like it doesn't make sense because the Xbox One, PS4, and Switch are all the same era. Like Nintendo, for as much as I love their games and I feel like they have some of maybe not the best, but some of the best gaming franchises, if you will.
mm,
But their hardware is lacking, and it's always been lacking. And like the manpower that went into porting this to the Switch for maybe like the 5 people that will buy it is insane to me.
yeah. It just reminds me of Black Ops 3 and Last Gen. It is so bad. If you guys have ever heard of that, we could try to take a look if you want at a graphics comparison video if you'd like.
Oh, I would love to.
Okay.
And also, I mean, I will point out too, because I was trying to find the sales numbers for it, and I'm not seeing them. They probably actually won't post them. But
Hmm.
there's this video. It's titled "Why is Mortal Kombat 1 $70 on Nintendo Switch?"
Oh, Jesus, 70. Wow, that's crazy.
And it seriously like, and we'll show the comparison here in a second, but it looks almost as bad as like if you were playing The Legend of Zelda from like 1999 or whenever that game came out. It's bad.
Hmm. Yeah, it's as if they were halfway through development. Like, all right, stop here. That team over there in the corner, you interns, turn all the graphics and everything down. You're gonna be the Switchport team. Go to work. The rest of you, full steam ahead on the actual game.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like I get, they've already made the game, so you might as well port it to as many things as you can. But it does seem slightly ridiculous to put Mortal Kombat on the Switch, which is, I mean, I know they have like Doom on there, like they've been porting, and they Skyrim is on there. They've been porting other stuff there as well, but
Hmm.
like at least those games look decent. Like I've seen comparisons for them, and they're okay. Like they're decent, but this is just it's hilariously bad. Like it's one of the worst. It's one of the worst ports I've ever seen.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, here we
All
go.
right.
So this is that okay like that layout?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, so this is the compared to the Xbox Series X and the Switch, and oh man. Wait, can you hear the audio?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, audio's good.
You might be careful. Madam Bo will kick us out if we break something.
Wow,
Oh,
that's.
this won't last long enough for that to happen. You will
See, that
be
looks
found
awesome. Like that looks
Mm.
so good. And then
Oh jeez.
see, it looks. I mean, it looks like a retro Mortal Kombat game. Like it looks like you're playing something like on an arcade
Hmm.
machine.
Yeah, like they just toned everything down. There's like no quality or like detail on like their clothes, is what they're showing.
And even with that, I bet because we had oh that was they took out every detail they could. We have Minecraft on the Switch, and even just Minecraft. I mean, Minecraft's a pretty powerful game, but on the Switch, like it'll get the Switch heating up. Like I can hear the little fan inside like blowing, and it works the Switch pretty good. So I can't imagine something like this.
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh, the background, it's like just a blur. There's no.
It also like I can't imagine it would be enjoyable because I think the Switch runs at like 30 FPS on most games.
Yeah, oh man. Load times on this game, I've heard. Whoa, wow. Everything is just mush.
Oh, I guess it will, depending on the game, run at 60, but it doesn't look like 60.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh. Like this
That's
looks like
not
a
sexy.
game. This looks like no, it's not. This looks like a game from like 2011. This looks like a
Yeah.
game from over a decade ago. And yeah, you can see like how the frames just drop in that scene.
Let's finish this comparison, and we're probably good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen clips of the lizard dude. He looks. Look at him.
Oh my goodness.
Look at him. He just looks like slime.
It just looks like a blob, man. Wow. That is
And his
ridiculously
knife
bad.
was just floating in the air.
Yeah. I gotta see this one. Oh, my hands just fell off.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's enough of that.
Well,
Wow. Yeah, that's
What?
bad.
what looks worse, the Switch version of Mortal Kombat or Gollum?
I think this looks worse than Gollum, and that's it's really sad to say. And like you said too, the last gen version of Black Ops 3, Richtofen is a meme in the zombies community, but all of last gen Black Ops 3 is bad, but it's not even that bad. And that was from 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know it's a hardware issue. It's not like but I don't know. I guess my final thoughts on this is I wonder how many people bought this and were just severely disappointed by what they ended up with.
You know what it reminds me of, and I think you can relate to it because I think you talked about it with when Skull Basher was on. So the cinematics stay the same across all of them, even the Switch. So you watch this beautiful cinematic, like in World of Warcraft, and then you get into the actual game, and then it looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like oh, sorry, go ahead.
I do think this kind of mirrors the Black Ops 3 on last gen issue perfectly. Like, if you want Mortal Kombat 1 and you're on the Switch, just wait and get a PC or something, right? I would not waste your money on a Switch. Speaking from experience, I did buy Black Ops 3 on the PlayStation 3, thinking that was the actual game, and then, well, that happened. So.
So you experienced the last gen graphics all too well, huh?
Oh yeah. And then actually funny story for I went to summer school like a year after by choice. And for like a photography project cuz I I took a photography class, and what I did, we were supposed to bring in objects for our teacher to smash with the sledgehammer, and I brought in Black Ops 3 on last gen. So yeah, that was pretty funny, but yeah.
That's great. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I've said this before. Like, I would just be. I think I said this with the Gollum debacle. Like, if I was a game developer, I would be so ashamed to put that out. And I know they had to, and I know it comes from higher ups, and it's not really the dev's fault. It's just a hardware issue. But dude, it's sad. Like, that's really sad.
It is, yeah.
And charging $70 like that's a hefty price tag for basically PS3 graphics. Like, that's what you're getting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyways, well, NFTs are in the toilet. Did you cash in all your NFTs before they went in the toilet?
I sold my Bored Ape NFT for, let's see, like 30 cents, I think, but I bought it for 10 grand 2 years ago.
Oh man, tough
Yeah.
luck, bro. Tough luck. Yeah, I feel like NFTs were the biggest scam, legitimized scam of our generation, I think. Like, NFTs are ridiculous. I don't know if you remember, you kind of referenced it, but people are buying these things for tens of thousands, millions of dollars, being told that it would hold its worth,
Mm-hmm.
only for it to immediately plummet, and now they're worth nothing.
Yeah. So I have a Dexerto article pulled up, and here are just some facts. I'm kind of just skimming through it. Through 2021 and 2022, the market was trading over $2 billion worth of NFTs per month. The figure has now dropped to a comparative paltry 80 million. The future of NFTs might be bleak right now, but the nature of the market is that we will just never know when they might regain their popularity. I think the right word there is if, but as Bitcoin's prices go through waves, we suspect that the value of NFTs might rise and fall too. Yeah, I mean, I've been against these since day one, man. Like, they're worthless. It's all they're used for are scams and get rich quick schemes. So,
Honestly, I feel like you're saying, I feel like it also could be, for not everyone obviously, but I feel like for certain people it could be like the biggest money laundering scheme of all time, because you're just like, oh yeah, I bought this NFT for $2 million, and the IRS is like, what's an NFT? Oh, it's this digital picture that I own and no one else can own, and the people can still share it, and like, who cares if you're the one that owns the I don't know, what's the most popular NFT, the gorilla one, the gorilla smoking or whatever.
yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
any other Bored Apes, really.
yeah, Bored Apes or whatever. I don't know what they are, but yeah, and what it reminds me of is I don't know if you ever heard this growing up, but like, people would always say like, oh, don't throw out your baseball cards or your Pokemon cards or your Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever it may be. Like, I heard that as a kid, because one day they'll be worth a lot of money, and I probably had some that were actually worth the money. And I in the last couple of years, I haven't bought any in a while because they're so expensive, but I did collect a little bit of Pokemon cards, and it reminds me of that. Except you don't have, at the end of the day, if the internet's gone, I mean, if who wants Pokemon card if the economy collapses and stuff? Anyways, it's a useless piece of paper and cardboard, or shiny cardboard. But this is even worse, because you really, at the end of the day, don't have anything. Like, it's just a picture online that you spent millions of dollars for.
And so when I saw that article and that kind of brought up this topic for me, I was kind of like thinking about what NFT scandals stuck out, and this one came to mind for me. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. It's called Polium. It was the man, what do you call it? Okay, well here's the Twitter account. I will that's not it. That's the wrong one. Here, I'll just add you in this random tweet of theirs.
You'll X me.
I'll tweet you in it, man. I'm not saying that.
You'll tweet me an X.
so yeah. You may remember this one. Building the world's first multi-chain console for Web3 gaming. This got crapped on a lot, especially by Asmongold. He did a whole reaction and breakdown to this, and basically the controller has a wallet button. That's like the main thing. You know, like if they ever bring Call of Duty to this, that's Activision's wet dream. They don't even need to go to the store. They get killed.
It was probably Activision behind the scenes pushing this. Like, we really need to get this. You know, we just need them. We need to digitally integrate their wallet into the controller, so they don't even have to pull out their wallet.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I didn't. So was it a scam? I don't know anything about it. I never saw that.
I'm trying to pull up the website, but it's not loading.
Building the world's first multi-chain console for Web3 gaming.
Man. So I'm trying to pull.
So sorry. Is this like is this supposed to be a console to play all those like blockchain games that you can earn blockchain by playing the game? Is that kind of the idea behind it?
Yeah, well, like the picture with the controller, that is the console below it. It's the size of the controller. And
Okay.
If maybe you can try to go to the website in their bio, because mine just is not working for some reason. Like it just
Okay.
won't load. I don't know why, but they have like a whole bunch of facts on it that I would really like to look at, but it's not loading. So never mind.
Mine's not loading either. It might just be their site. They might have just rug pulled. They're gone.
Yeah. Well, just going off of memory, I guess they had this supposed, in air quotes, a roadmap, but the roadmap was literally just like 2021. Think of console. 2022 design console. 2024 push out the console to the public or release it. Just like vague nonsense that anybody could say. So, and then there was things like what do you call it?
I think I might have found the roadmap here.
Okay.
Oh yeah. 2021 idea. 2021 planning. 2022 console design. And then this is all 2022. Hardware development, software development, functional prototype, DFMA, I don't know what that means. Manufacturing. And then maybe it's DMCA, I don't know. 2024 ready for launch.
So yeah.
Yeah, that is like the most vague thing I've ever heard of. 2021 idea. 2021 or 2021 planning. So in all of 2022 they were going to do the console design, the hardware development, the software development, and the functional prototype and the manufacturing. Ready for launch in 2024.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing that they had like partnered with this one game to like release on their console that would be called Glory Hero NFT Wars. but their logo was exactly the same as another game called Paladin Strike, and they got kind of shafted for that. So that was pretty funny here. Let me share this to you, and then actually hang on. Yeah, stir at that timestamp. It should work. Yeah, go to that video and see if you can look at it. If the timestamp thing doesn't work, it's at 34:48.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find more.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's like so close.
I'm trying to find the screen with like the specific. Because he had shown a screen of like the specific quote unquote specs of it, and yeah, I'm not able to find it. But basically, it said like 4K Ultra HD, like 120 frames max, ray tracing on this small little box, no more than the size of like this PlayStation controller right here.
I think I saw it. Here, let me I think it was on this site I was just looking at. Yeah, the console made some big promises, specifically what it's going to be, specifically that it is going to include the following features: 4K Ultra HD, ray tracing, 120 frames per second, 8K HDR, and Touch ID.
Which they had brought. The person who made that video that Asmongold is watching, I brought up the point that actually that's like, I think that's like patented by Apple or something, like Touch ID, that feature. So like
Oh, I
they
think you're
probably
right.
they probably get sued by them if they actually did that, which is kind of funny.
That's really funny.
So yeah. Anyway, that's kind of what brought on the whole hating NFT things, and then that's the one that kind of stuck out to me personally.
So, yeah, that's funny. I had no idea. That's hilarious. I'm gonna have to watch some stuff on it.
Yeah.
Mine is okay. So it's technically, I mean, it's the NFT of our age that's been going on for 10 plus years. I don't know how long the game's been out. The skins in CS:GO are my favorite scam. And like I don't know to what point it is a scam and what point it actually is like real odds, but I bet it's I don't know. I would be interested to see the programming on it behind like the odds and stuff. Because you just, you see all these streamers just miraculously, like Dr. Disrespect unboxed like a 150,000, 200,000. I don't know. I don't remember the price tag on it.
200,000.
A really nice knife. And what it reminds me of, you can say that's legit or not. Like, I think it's a scam, obviously. Like, I think any skin, anytime you have to roll for a skin, I think it's a scam. But it reminded me of, and it was tied to that's why it reminded me that it was tied to the CS:GO skins, the CS:GO Lotto.
Yeah,
with
T Martin and Syndicate.
Yeah, Syndicate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because wasn't it shown, and I should have done more research. I kind of forgot to research that one, but I'm pretty sure it was shown that the odds were altered for them.
Yeah.
Like they were rolling these crazy skins like back to back and all this stuff, and then obviously it was a scam to scam all the 8-year-olds out of their money.
Well, like I think there was I don't know if it was ever proven or not, but there was at least a rumor back in like Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 that content creators would at least be paid to like open supply drops and loot boxes in front of their audiences to get them to do it. So
I bet. Like I remember watching a few of them, but I think the one I watched the most was back in the day, Noah J on World War II, because he unboxed like an ungodly amount of the World War II boxes.
yeah.
Like hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth. Like I think he had a whole stream where that's all he did. Same with Black Ops 3. I mean, like you said, I guarantee you that these streamers aren't all spending their money. Like you have to believe they're a little bit smarter than that. Like if you weren't paid, I mean, the content kind of pays for it a little bit, I guess. Like if you have enough donations and stuff, but I don't think there's any way they would spend their own money on that.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
No.
But yeah, that's my favorite one is the CS:GO Lotto because it was like it was so talked about and so and and I guess well maybe hate to like I still see Syndicate is doing his vlogs and stuff. I don't know if you follow. I see him on Twitter every once in a while. But it just kind of was all swept under the rug. Wasn't really they just kind of forgot about it. And so I think that's why it's my favorite one is because CS:GO skins are still a thing and I am still pretty sure that content creators get the boxes for free or the keys or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they're paid to open them.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because like it was like I hadn't seen anything about it for years and I'm sure there were still people doing it, but all of a sudden you had Dr. Disrespect, I think Ninja, a bunch of people, there was at least 5 or 6 of the big ones doing it months before CS:GO 2
Yep.
came out. Like I don't believe that it's just random. Anyways, I also was going to point out CryptoZoo, but that's an easy one, especially with everything that's going on with Logan and Dylan Dennis right now. So, but that's low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What else have we got?
so have you ever? Is there anything on YouTube you like to watch that maybe you don't think other people would enjoy? Like something that is kind of niche that you really enjoy, but you don't think other people would enjoy? For me, mine is, and I don't know why, I just randomly got onto one of these videos and I ended up watching way too many of them. Reactions to music videos. I don't know why it's like such a niche thing, and there's this group of artists that they're like kind of artists, but YouTubers really that just react to music videos that new and upcoming people put out. And so the one that really got me onto it was, I think it was start of the year. Falling in Reverse released a new video. I don't remember what it's called. And like everybody was reacting to it because Ronnie Radke's kind of controversial and he said a bunch of stuff right before his new music video dropped. And he got in a fight with Sebastian Bach, the lead singer of which band is it? I don't remember which band. It's one of the hair metal bands. I don't remember which one. But anyways, so it's like it's so weird and it's so niche, but for whatever reason, I started to really enjoy it. And I still will watch them. Like I don't know why it's more enjoyable to watch someone react to a music video than to actually just watch the music video myself. But I guess that's React content in general.
Yeah. I kind of, so after you had recommended Ren to me, I went down the rabbit hole. Like I've listened to all of his songs at this point, and I think it was like right after we talked about it, his song Suicide came out, and I was like listening to or watching React videos about that and just over and over, and also High Ren, because they are like they kind of put in like those, I don't know, not necessarily clickbait titles. I'm not sure what to call it, but like psychiatrist reacts to Ren or something like that, you know. So
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, and then I'll tell you.
or like a metalhead reacts to hip hop, something like that. So
Yeah, those crack me up. I've seen those. It's like psychiatrist, and like they're getting so hilarious to me because there's this one. It's like Christian white man reacts to High Ren, and it's like I had the idea. I was like, I should just start a channel where I just put the most outrageous titles reacting to just random stuff, like former crack addicted son of a prostitute's brother's friends reacts to High Ren, because that's what they do, and it's so ridiculous to me.
that'd be hilarious. Yeah.
So I'm glad you have noticed that too, and because I like there's some of them that are so out there. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, but
So since we're on, what do you think of Ren? Have
Oh,
you?
I love him, man. I've like I said, I think Suicide. After I heard that the first few times, have you heard that song by the way?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite. It's so catchy, but also the lyrics are really deep. So I think that's why I like it so much. Uh, man, his whole like story too. Like if you've heard him like in interviews or even he does like YouTube posts. Like when he released that song, the friend that he's talking about at the end of the song during the piano part, he kind of like ran through that story a few times on like podcasts and stuff, and it's really sad. He's just like a really interesting guy, and um, he has a new album coming out pretty soon. I don't know the exact date, but he's released like I think at least like 4 tracks from it. I think I I like I like most of the new music that he puts out. There's some of them where like one of them is called Masochist.
Hmm.
He's that one I didn't like too much to be honest. I I get the point of it, but I don't know. It's just not for me. But like Murderer, for example, when he did the acoustic version, actually, I think I like the acoustic versions of the songs that he does more than the actual like hip hop beats kind of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, for like what he's been through, and his catalog of music is insane, and it's diverse too. It's
yeah,
like from all the way over here to like really, beautiful piano acoustic music to like I think one of my favorites that really grew on me that I didn't like at first was Animal Flow.
oh yeah,
Like that one, like at first I was just like, man, I don't know where he's going. Like I still like him and I want to support him, but like I'm not like I wasn't really a fan, but it's really grown on me.
hmm
And I feel like all of his songs grow on me the longer time goes on and the more I like kind of reflect on the message he's putting out.
hmm
But yeah, he's insane. Have you listened to The Tale of Jenny and Screech? Did you listen to those ones?
I didn't listen to the full thing. I listened to Violet's Tale, but not the rest of them. Not yet. I'll have
Yeah,
to.
you got to listen to all of them because
Gotcha.
they all tie in together. Those are really cool. But yeah, those are so getting back to the original question,
Hmm
that's like and I don't know why it was like when I started watching them like and that's how I found Ren is a guy that had reacted to the Falling in Reverse one also reacted to a Ren video and that's how I found Ren and I think maybe that's why I enjoy it so much because I've been introduced to a lot of music I wouldn't normally have found because Ren, it's a shame. It's a real shame, I think, that Ren isn't, played on the radio and his songs because they all have, well, maybe not a couple of them, maybe not. I don't know really what the message of like Masochist is or whatever, but
hmm
most of his songs have a really powerful message behind them
Yeah.
and it's inspirational. So,
hmm But yeah, my question, my answer to the question, so I don't know. I guess it's kind of niche, I suppose. Uh, I've, I discovered the art of like, train surfing and, uh, what is it called? Urban exploration, where
okay.
Uh, yeah, I watched this guy called Shy. My mom and I do. Shiey is how you spell it. He makes fantastic videos. He goes from like pretty much all across Europe, but by train hopping, not like by plane or like a passenger train or whatever, right? So it's really cool. You know, he like just vlogs the whole thing. He doesn't really say a lot, but when he does say something, it's like pretty insightful and stuff. And uh, usually the guests that he like brings along with him are pretty cool too. Like he went to Switzerland and he had a guy with him who would like base jump from all the different places, mountains, like the cell phone tower looking thing. It was like he makes excellent videos and like his filming is always super beautiful. Um, yeah, I think that I take to it a lot because I would love to travel and do those sorts of things. Maybe not really train surfing, but just like exploring stuff and traveling to different places. So yeah, I'd have to say like that kind of whole side of the internet, I suppose, is really cool. He has a, well, not him himself, but his fans have a Discord server where like people can like post their own photos and videos and stuff, and people just post the coolest things and the coolest finds. And yeah, I just love that side of YouTube because there's not really like a toxic part of it, as far as I can tell anyway. So it's pretty clean for the most part. So yeah, it's just really entertaining, super chill, relaxed, like those videos where those people are like digging a hut or like something with their bare hands, you know. uh, did you know that, side note, did you know that some of those were actually exposed for having like a crane off in the background, and they would show the guys digging it out, it would cut and there's a big huge pit, but then there's a crane off, or like excavator tracks going off in a different direction. Yeah, yeah, just like
I mean,
kinda,
I'm not gonna lie, I would do it too. Like, there's no way I would dig that thing out by hand.
so yeah, I mean, just kind of like outdoors kind of videos in general. I guess I've been watching this other guy. He goes around with his dog, and he goes in the woods and just like makes a fort basically and leaves the next day. So that's something.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I've never really seen much about it. I had never heard of it until you told me about it a couple of years back. I think it was about that guy you just were talking about. But no, I think there's something to like experiencing like an adventure like that, like exploring abandoned areas and like just seeing, the architecture and things. Like one that has always been interesting to me, and I mean you wouldn't want to go there because you'd die, but Chernobyl. Like I don't know why, like the idea of Chernobyl has always been interesting to me. I don't know if have you seen the miniseries on it? I think it's HBO. It's
I watched
few
like, the
years
first
back.
half of it, but I didn't finish it.
Yeah, I mean it was okay. But I don't know why the thought of like going there and seeing it has always been so interesting to me, because it's like it's like a random event that occurred, in the 70s or 80s, whenever it was. I don't remember
Well,
when it
I
is,
can
but
tell you why, because it's the place that the best Call of Duty campaign mission takes place in. So I think,
yeah.
no, but actually,
Right.
that guy Shy, he's been to Chernobyl 2 times, and he's camped out there for like 3 nights in a row, and like climbed to the top like one of those big arrays, the big wall
Wow.
of wiry thing. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it's
That's really cool. Yeah. But no, the idea of it I think is awesome. Like I think having a channel like that where you could just go and explore and do stuff like that would be awesome.
definitely.
And that was basically the channel, not to bring up really depressing stuff, but the channel that Gabby Petito had. Like that was basically, do you remember that?
Who's that?
Okay, so I think it was last year, 2 years ago maybe. It was during the pandemic, so within 3 years. There was a girl, her name was Gabby Petito. I might be butchering her last name, it's something like that. But she had a YouTube channel where she basically, she grew it from zero. Well, you grow all YouTube channels from zero, but like she bought a van and she like cleaned it up and she like made it really nice. And she was traveling the United States with her boyfriend. And they would post almost like a daily vlog, maybe not daily, every other day, whenever they had internet. And they just traveled the country, which I think is so cool. Like I think the idea of it, kind of like the urban exploring, is awesome. But she ended up, her family didn't hear from her for a few days, and then her boyfriend showed back up in Florida with the van, and they're like, "Where's Gabby?" And he ended up killing her, which is a really sad story. But the idea of it is really fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Like just travel and amass a following of people that can basically support your traveling is kind of like the idea behind it.
Yeah, definitely.
See all the world has to offer. But
Yeah.
well, I see you got an update on the mayor for us.
I can do what I want. Yeah. Yeah, so he I kind of like messily described his history last time, but So basically, we're gonna I think watch the news segment of the reporter going into his office, his quote unquote personal office, and yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. So.
All right, so here we have the video. Follow up on the mayor of
Investigative reporter Sarah Wallace went to
Spring
confront
Valley.
the mayor about why he had
Can you
the
hear it?
officer
It's
removed.
good.
Yeah.
This is what happened.
We have a right to ask
You
him.
should please leave. This is my private office.
Would you like to come out and talk to us outside?
No.
Now, the camera is kept rolling as the mayor ranted to Sarah. She's live at Village Hall this afternoon with all of the new developments to walk us through this. Sarah.
Well, and Natalie, David, the latest dust-up indeed involves Mayor Alan Simon. Law enforcement sources are telling us that he actually threatened to suspend the police chief after we asked questions because the police chief wouldn't arrest us. But the bigger issue potentially impacts school safety.
This is my private office.
Would you like to come out and talk to us outside?
No.
Okay, could you tell us why you are...
And if the guy has the camera,
He has the most crooked finger I've ever seen.
Take the camera, but we will...
I can do what I want to do. Out. Out of my office.
Look at her. Look at the receptionist in the
Mayor
back.
Alan Simon furious as I tried to ask him about his latest controversial decision to remove.
She's like, oh no, he's
longtime
chasing a
FAU
reporter
school
again.
resource police officer Kwesi Evelyn from Spring Valley High School.
There are some students who don't have fathers. He is a father figure to them. He encourages the students. He pushes them. Be the best you can be.
How worried are you about safety?
I'm very worried.
The police chief told us the position was abolished by the mayor. There are still civilian guards, but Evelyn's disappearance came as a shock to parents on this first day of school.
It wasn't somebody who was just coming to be like, oh, this is a job. You understand? It was not just a job for him. He treated these kids like they were his kids. So I am very concerned about the safety here because when fights break out, he's the one who's there to cut it out.
In April of 2022, when a student was stabbed in the school parking lot, it was Officer Evelyn who applied a tourniquet. Law enforcement sources tell the I-Team that Evelyn, who was back on street patrol today, had refused Mayor Simon's orders to report to him weekly on the behavior of certain school officials. The mayor refusing to answer our questions about that.
Get out of my
Do you want
office.
to talk about why you eliminated
Get out of here.
the school resource officer position and
I'm
endangered
sorry, I
potential
can't. It's a
students?
personnel matter.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
Goodbye. Good
Here's
luck.
the door.
Minutes after that, the mayor summoned the police chief into his office. We were later told by law enforcement sources Simon wanted us arrested. That didn't happen. Back at Spring Valley High School, the focus is on Officer Evelyn.
Your message to the mayor.
Well, my message to the mayor would be to bring Officer Evelyn back.
You released a man who is a big authority in the school. And we want answers, and we want them now.
A school district spokesman told us they are hoping that the matter can be resolved quickly because consistency with school resource officers is absolutely critical. The Rockland County Police Chiefs Association told us they firmly stand behind the police chief here, that if there is an effort to suspend him, it will be a violation of the Police Act. And then the ultimate question, will the district attorney's office or the AG's office begin an investigation into those claims that the mayor apparently tried to pressure an officer to spy on school officials? Live from Spring Valley, Sarah Wallace, News 4 New York.
Sarah, thank you for the latest on that investigation.
That guy, I mean, he's a gem.
Oh yeah.
You want to kind of recap that in 30 seconds?
So, he the
I just want you to explain it.
so the mayor relieved this man, what was he, like
A resource officer.
yeah, because he wouldn't spy on school officials, and then the press came in, and then he threatened to fire the police chief because the chief wouldn't arrest the reporters or the cameramen. So here we are.
It's like one of the most Watergate things I've ever heard of without like actually being Watergate. It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. And then there was a small update on the same network that we just watched. The officer was reinstated, so yeah, not much to go off of. The mayor didn't have any words. They tried to like ask him as he was walking up the steps to his home, but he was just, I don't want to talk. I'm at my home. Get away from me. So yeah, that's where that's at.
Wow. What a guy.
Yeah.
On a scale of like 1 to 10, how corrupt do you think he is? It's an easy 10, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I like by whether it's by his own self-interests or someone else, I can't tell, but yeah.
Yeah, it just like the thought of, so you're the mayor and you want this school resource officer to spy, in his own words, spy on, school officials and report back to you. It's like he thinks that every person in the county is like his secret agent that he can just dictate to go do all this stuff. It's like one of the most, I mean, there's a lot of corruption in politics. We all know that. But like it is one of the most corrupt like local things I think I've ever heard of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
It's insane. That's wild. I'm gonna fire you if you don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right, I'll hire you back. Wow. Anyways, what else you got for us?
So, I have been on a Z House video kick recently, and I watched a video called they did something called Two Truths and a Lie. Basically, if you don't know what it is, you come up with two truths and a lie. You tell the other person or people what they are, and you have to decipher if they're lies or the truth. So, we're going to do that here today. I came up with 3 different ones. So, yeah, if you want to go first, we can start this off.
All right. So, I have been kicked by a horse.
Okay.
I have been skydiving, and I once shot out a car window with a pellet gun.
I believe the horse one, because of the whole farm thing. And I believe the pellet gun, because you sound like more of a rascal when you were a youngin' than you let on. So
I was a rascal.
I don't know. Skydiving just doesn't sound like something that I perceive that you would have done. But yeah, that's my final answers.
Skydiving final answer. I actually have been skydiving.
Really? Okay.
So my dad, my older brother and me, on our high school graduation, he took us both skydiving.
That's cool.
Individually. Okay. Yeah. It was so cool. It was awesome. Like, and you have to know my dad to know, like, his favorite movie in the world is Top Gun. Probably Top Gun Maverick over Top Gun, actually.
Yeah.
He wanted to be a pilot. He never quite got there. And so, like, him going skydiving is, that's his thing. And that was our thing. So I have been skydiving.
Okay.
I have been kicked by a horse, but believe it or not, I never have shot out a window with a pellet gun.
Okay.
It's surprising because I was always shooting a pellet gun. So,
All right.
What do you got?
So, a bird comically pooped on my head like a cartoon. Friends of mine and myself would play tug-of-war with an invisible rope on opposite sides of the road, and someone called the cops on us. In the neighboring town to my hometown, there was a wizard who would walk the streets.
Hmm. Okay. So, I believe a bird pooped on your head. It's doable. It's happened to me. I was standing under a tree, it pooped on my head. I believe that 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if you're enough of a rascal to fake a rope in the middle of the road. I don't see you doing that. But also, I don't know how many wizards there are roaming the streets. I think that the middle one, the invisible rope, is a lie.
That is correct. I didn't do it personally, but my friends would. Like at the bus stop, waiting for the school bus to come around. No one ever called the cops though, but people would always honk their horns at them. Yeah, the bird poop kind of anticlimactic. The wizard, however, there was this wizard who would walk around this like old this older town next to mine, and I don't know, he didn't shout anything, I don't think. He would just walk with like a big cane, a cloak, and a hat, and he had a big beard and stuff, and he had a Facebook page too. So yeah, he would.
Was it like Wilroy the Wizard or something like that?
Wilroy?
Yeah, was it just like did he call himself a wizard in his Facebook page?
I actually never looked at it because that was I had to be like 11 years old. I don't think I was on Facebook at that point, but my mom would tell me about it. But yeah, you know, almost every time we drove through that town, he was walking Main Street, just doing whatever.
All right. Okay. Here's our second round.
Okay.
So, I once punched my brother in the stomach and ran as fast as I could into my mom's room, and then he came in and punched me in the stomach in front of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I once went skinny dipping with friends. And I also have never seen E.T.
You've never seen E.T., huh?
And I'm a 90s kid, so...
Okay.
We had like 3 movies, and E.T. was one of them.
I'm going to say the brother one is true. And I'm going to say the, I'm going to say the skinny dipping one is true. Final answer.
You got it.
Really?
I've
Okay.
never seen E.T. and I've never wanted to.
Wow, okay. That's
I
interesting.
don't know. That movie just doesn't appeal to me, whatsoever. Yeah, my brother, my older brother, I don't remember why, dude. I was just pissed at him. And we never fought. Like, we never got physical. Like, we would yell at each other and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt like a big man one day, and I punched him right in the gut. And then I ran like a little baby. And then the funniest thing was he punched me right in front of my mom, and she just and then like turned around and walked away like it was normal. And then yeah, I lost a bet, and me and some other friends lost a bet, and we had to go and it was dark. We went skinny dipping, and the people in the truck, while we were running out into the water, turned the light on, and we were stuck out in the water, and it was in December. It was cold.
Wow.
We were stuck out in the light for a while, or in the water for a while. So.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually seen E.T. in its entirety. Maybe like snippets of it, like on like cable television or something. But I actually only just saw Jaws for the first time last night, like in its entirety. So yeah.
What would you rate it? What's
Oh,
your Jaws rating?
Probably a 10 out of 10. Honestly, I mean, it seems pretty timeless. So.
Jaws 1 is awesome. Just
Yeah.
don't watch the sequels.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right. When taking my dog for a walk, I bent over to pick up his poop, and my glasses slid off my head into the poop. My dad and I had matching mullets at one point. I threw up in a mobile science lab in elementary school.
You threw up in a what?
A mobile science lab in elementary school. Yeah. Yeah.
We're getting difficult here. Because I can see the dog poop one. I could also see you with a mullet, matching mullets. But I think that's a decoy. I don't think you ever had a mullet. I don't think you had matching mullets. I think that's a lie. Because I could see like throwing up at school is probably not that uncommon. I'm gonna say that's a lie. Final answer.
Which one is a lie?
The mullet story.
False.
You had matching mullets?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
In like I want to say it was 9th grade, and then after that everybody started getting mullets after me. Like all the hicks in my school just started getting I'm like, Mom, shave mine. I'm done. All these guys are copying me.
The hicks are doing it. I'm out.
Yeah. But yeah, the dog poop one did happen. I was standing out front of a busy espresso, and they just slid on off into the poop. So
right into the poop.
But yeah, never threw up in. I don't know if you had this, but like sometimes a science lab would roll into our elementary school, and I don't know. They do like. What did they do? They did science, whatever that means. So, but nah, I didn't throw up, but one of my good friends did. So yeah, that is the lie.
Where the story came from.
Yeah.
All right, the final round.
Yes, sir.
I've got some good ones for you.
Okay.
All right. I once, by myself, have flown an airplane. I have never broken a bone in my entire life. And I have also never gotten any kind of speeding ticket or citation whatsoever.
I'm going to say the speeding ticket is a truth, and I'm going to say man, I'm going to say the broken bones is also a truth, and the airplane is a lie. Final answer.
Final answer?
Uh-huh.
Nope. I actually have flown an airplane.
Really? Okay.
And it is a great story. And I don't know if you want me to go into it now, but okay, I shouldn't. Okay, maybe it was partially true. Maybe it's partially false. Like there was someone in the seat next to me, like watching what I was doing, but I did fly the plane. So when I got to college, I met this girl, and she was really cool, and she was kind of like integrated into my friend group. She was roommates with a girl I'd known for a long time, and I was pretty good friends with. And I could, we just started talking and hanging out, and I had no idea she had a boyfriend. Like, no idea. She moved to my town from a smaller town. Went to college. She hadn't been there for very long, and I hadn't been there for very long. And so we started talking, hanging out. We started dating. We hadn't been dating for very long. And her roommate, who I was friends with, pulled me aside, and she's like, "Hey, you know that she has a boyfriend, right?" And I'm like, I had no idea. Like, she didn't tell me that. Like, I feel like you should let someone know if you're seeing someone.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, it's like a weird situation. I feel like he kind of like maybe abuses her or something. Like, she's not super happy in it. I'm just kind of giving you a heads up." I'm like, "Well, I appreciate it." And so I kind of I hadn't quite like worked up the nerve to ask her about it, because I had fun with this girl. We had, we were hanging out and good times. But before I asked her, back up. Before any of that came out, she invited me to go to her hometown and kind of meet her family, which is kind of weird now that I think about it, because we'd only been dating for like a couple of weeks. It was weird.
Really?
But what really got me is she's like, yeah, my grandpa has a plane and he'll take us up. And I'm like, oh, I'm in. Like, I'm so in. And so yeah, with that in the story, I was like slightly hesitant to break it off because I really wanted to go fly in this airplane, And so I ended up, and it's so weird because I brought it up. Like, I was like, do you have a boy? Like, people are telling me you have a boyfriend. She's like, yeah, like, I'm breaking it off. And I'm like, well, it puts us in a weird spot, but okay, let's go to your, let's go fly your grandpa's airplane. And so we actually did. We went and we hung out at her hometown for a couple of days, and we flew her grandpa's airplane, and it was really cool because he let me. I wasn't expecting to fly it, and he actually let me take the controls, and I was, I didn't do much. I just kind of held the stick and pressed the pedals a little and like kind of turned and went down and up. And then after the trip, we broke up. So but I got to fly an airplane out of it.
Nice, that's cool.
I sound really shallow, but it was pretty like she ended up breaking off with the guy, but she was still talking to him. It just wasn't gonna work. So
yeah,
it was weird. But anyways, yeah, yep. I've never broken a bone, and I have gotten several speeding tickets. So
really, wow.
Yeah. Anyways, what are yours?
All right. My last one is themed around my hotel job. When I was working at the hotel, I walked in on a naked guy. When I was working at the hotel, I found a gun in a drawer. When I was working at the hotel, I cleaned a room full of empty CO2 canisters, a condom in the sheets, and roaches in the bathroom.
I could see any of those happening. This is a tough one. So you walked in on a guy naked, found a gun in a drawer, and what was the last one? CO2 cartridges, condoms, and roaches.
Yeah.
I sadly enough, I believe the gun one. Like, I feel like people leave stuff all the time, and sadly, I feel like someone would leave a gun. I believe that one. I think that one's true. I think the last one is oddly specific, and I don't think it's true. Final answer. I don't think so.
All right. I did walking on a naked guy.
Okay.
Not much to say about that one. I'd rather just put that past me.
I was hoping that was your lie, if I'm being honest. But
I did not, however, find a gun in a drawer.
Oh.
Yeah, there was this one room that literally had a garbage bag full of these like canisters the size of this lipstick, and I don't know what they were doing with them. I have no idea, but they were just there. And then there was a condom in the sheets, and then there was roaches in the bathroom. So just disgusting, man. So,
It's obvious. Like, it's obvious. I mean, condom's obvious, but maybe not. They were using the CO2 canisters to eliminate the roaches that your motel had.
Yeah, maybe.
They probably had like a CO2 air rifle or something.
Yeah.
Full of them though, like there was a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Like more than 10.
Yeah, there was like a grocery sack full of them.
Weird.
It was easily like 50 to 100 of them. It was a lot.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do with those.
I don't either.
The only thing I can really know is like air rifles use them. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. So.
Yeah. Well,
all right. Well,
that was fun. I think
we tied, right?
Or
did I don't know. I wasn't.
I wasn't
really keeping score.
Yeah. Maybe someone can tell us in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know who won.
I think we're on to our last topic. Yeah.
Yeah. I love this part.
We're back onto the Facebook Marketplace. So here we go. I've been trying. Okay, I gotta get that one off my screen here, or else I'm gonna start dying.
Oh no.
Okay. So first up, we have An autographed Xbox 360 by Abraham Lincoln.
And in parentheses, it says 16th Prez.
Yeah. For $100.
Abraham Lincoln. Checking to make sure they spelled it right. They did. Good job.
And it's underscored, so, or underlined. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I want one.
You can take this one.
It's in stock still, so.
Yeah.
All right. Oh no. Okay. Now we have a 1977 Income Corporation X-Wing for $3,150, and the description says X-Wing part out. Take all of it off my hands for $3,500. No hyperdrive and demilitarized. Does not run. No title. Will trade for PT Cruiser. Dude, I'm gonna buy. If I had a PT Cruiser, I would call this guy up. No lie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. Especially, I mean, it looks relatively life size, so I mean, yeah, that'd be a cool like thing to put in your backyard if it's big enough.
Yeah, did you see that that video of the guy that built a AT-AT walker in his backyard, like a fully
I
functional?
don't think so. No.
Oh, what's his name? I'll have to send you. His stuff is hilarious. I'll send it to you later.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So this just says for $10 I will come to your house and hot glue all your TV remotes together.
I mean, this guy has cornered the market here. This is great. And no more losing just one of your remotes. If you lose them, you lose them all.
Yeah. The new saying will be, if I were my remotes, where would I be?
Yep. All right. Next one, we have gloveless fingers for $50. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that one.
You know, my work has, so we have something called ESD, or electrostatic discharge, with some like components that we're working with, and you have to wear like certain like gloves for them, or they have like things called like finger cots that kind of look like this, and I'm like, those are so stupid. Why would I spend all my time putting these finger cots on all my fingers so I can just slip on a pair of gloves? So,
there you go.
Yeah.
This one's all you.
This one is called just historical memorabilia for €1, and it's a sign that says, "Pharmacy to you, COVID-19 vaccination is this way." And there's a description that says, "What's a marker for defining the moment the dark side engaged us in their blatant power play? I'm taking offers for a few days when the highest bid at that time gets it."
That, yeah. I don't know what to say about that one either.
Yeah.
For €1 though.
Yeah. It already looks like it's 10 years old.
It does. It looks hammered.
All right, this one's all you, man.
All right. All right, we have next up a slightly used computer chair for pickup only for $200. And okay, we've got a description. I'm going to read the description, then I'll describe it to you. Computer chair that has seldom been used. Brand new. It retails at $550 with how little use I've gotten out of it. Getting almost a third off the retail price is a steal. No lowball offers, please. I know that I have. Then it cuts off. Yeah, so all you see is like a close-up picture of this chair, and you just see the sweatiest butt and ball print you will ever see.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the guy was doing this commando. There's no way that you can convince me otherwise.
Yeah. Like, in the title, slightly used. In the description, with how little use I've gotten out of it. Like, come on. You've been sitting in it.
You got your sweaty ball print, man.
Yeah. And then next up we have some pickles. Yeah, if your sandwich is incomplete, you could just throw on a few slices of pickles.
Some pickles. That one's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have a rare Cheez-It Puff Special Edition Trio Bayo Bio Io. Am I saying that right?
I have no idea.
Super rare, must buy, cannot pass up.
Man, this is up there with a dinosaur chip. I kind of want to buy
This
it.
is, I think at the end of this series, we're going to have to find all the rare foods that we found in this. Make a compilation of them. Super rare, cannot pass. Yeah, it's the rare Cheez-It Puff Special Edition Trio Bayo Bio Io.
Okay.
All right, this one's all you. This has your name all over it.
Oh, yeah, okay. 2006 International CE 200, like a revamped school bus for $50,000, automatic transmission. And inside, this was clearly used for a bachelor party of some sort. There's a bunch of 40-year-old, let's see, 30-ish. There's stripper poles and balloons and streamers.
It's a revamped party bus is what it really is.
Yeah.
Used to take kids to school, and now who knows what goes on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh no. Okay. Vintage Bible appears signed by Jesus himself. Cash and carry only. Willing to have authenticated for buyer. Serious offers only. Cash only. No Western Union or checks. Meet somewhere safe like Walmart where I work. $20,000 for a Bible signed by Jesus.
What does it say?
It says, Nick, keep on trucking. Love Jesus. Like I said, the guy's got a cornered market here.
Yeah.
Only Bible ever signed by Jesus.
Exactly.
All right, looks like you got the last one.
Upgraded version gravity sensing lightsaber 2-in-1 15 color metal laser sword for $25. In the description, I bought this epic lightsaber for my Star Wars themed party, but now a significant other says I can't keep it, so I'm selling it to you at a steal. Get ready to battle with the 15 color metal laser sword and impress all your friends. Rechargeable and upgraded for maximum fun. May the Force be with you. And the only picture on there is this like meme kid who there's no lightsaber on it. Just a kid staring at the camera.
It looks he's just eating a sandwich. Just...
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, which one you buying?
Oh shoot, dude. I mean,
We've had some great ones here.
I think probably the COVID sign. That's got to be worth like $1 million in 100 years, obviously, or like what's that one pawn show called where these brothers ride around the USA and collect like go through people's properties and look for stuff? They can come to my property and buy this off of me and put it in their antique store.
I'm not sure. There's a couple of those, but yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
What
For
about
the
you?
same historical reasons, I think I would go with the Abraham Lincoln Xbox.
Okay, yeah, that's a good.
For a
choice.
very specific reason. I think it would be so funny to have this Xbox and just keep it exactly as is, don't use it or anything, and just put it in like a glass display box in your front room, like right as people walk in, and they're like, "What's that?" And you're like, this Xbox is signed by Abraham Lincoln." And just like watch people's faces as they're like, "All right, okay."
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking the Bible for the same reason, because that's just keep on trucking. Yeah.
Keep on trucking. Yeah, we had some great ones though.
Yeah.
Or the X-Wing, also the X-Wing.
Definitely.
Trade it in for a PT Cruiser.
All right, well, that's all. Do you want to end us off?
I think that's it. Thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate the views, likes, subscribe if you like what you've been seeing. We always enjoy hearing from y'all. Did you have something?
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but
Oh,
I
you're
just
good.
want to shout out the folks who were slagging me off in the comments of one of the shorts that we uploaded. I had uploaded a short that was talking about the rapper DDG, and I called him a D-list rapper, and I was getting clowned on quite a bit in there. So,
But
just
what are they clowning? I mean, he is a D-list rapper, isn't he?
I mean, I saw some people in there were like, he should be lower than D, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's up to the audience to decide. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there. So
No, I'm glad you pointed that out because that's hilarious. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. We will see you next week for Couch Co-op number 22. I've been Cal and Riley. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
see ya.